All right. Welcome to GUFON, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Wednesday? It's Wednesday? It's, the 19th? I don't know anymore. It is 2025. How's everybody doing? Hope you're all right. Hope you're in the mood for a little something. We're going to talk about AI. We're also going to talk about IA. 5 trillion. $5 trillion. Doge can't find. Wow. $5 trillion is missing. $5 trillion gone. How's that possible? Really? No. I mean it. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was the Biden administration that did it. Trying to bankrupt America. Isn't that nice? And that's the guy you wanted to vote for. You asked for it. You got it. And now we cannot find $5 trillion in alien funds. Do you know what that could have done? Huh? 20 billion sounds like nothing now. You know how many billions make up a trillion? 999 billion. 999 million. 999,000. $999.99 and a penny. $5 trillion. There was a movie with Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger called Twins. That's right. And in the back of a car, they found, I won't get into the story, but Danny DeVito was a shithead and Arnold Schwarzenegger was the good guy, and they were twins. Split at birth, and Danny DeVito was the shit and Schwarzenegger was the perfect thing, right? So they split them apart, lived different lives. Danny DeVito is trying to steal something worth $5 million, and he kept $5 million, $5 million, because it just sounds so good. $5 million is like, oh, I'll take $1 million. I'll take $5. If you want to help Truthology for ufology, you see where I was going? I wasn't. But it's true. And, And then I come across other stuff today. Another one of those days. And I see a video. And it's from the Chupacabra on X. So I play it. And it was interesting. And I want to talk about it a little bit. There it is.
I've been talking to a lot of people over the last few months that think that aliens are angels.
The angels and demons of the Bible are real. They are the extraterrestrial time travelers.
And the government has known that for a long time, possibly going back to the 1930s at least.
Since 1930, they have known that this plane exists.
Go ahead.
We don't have souls, but it's just the other way around. The soul has us.
But why won't they tell the American people?
You have spiritual beings that don't understand or really care for the physical world.
A dreadful looking plane in the sky.
Preach on,
half
brother.
a mile by a half a mile. Built like the universe itself. It's circular and it holds within it 1,500 little wheel-like planes.
What is that? Angels and Shadows of the Invisible Sun. I'm going to put the link to that into the show description following the show's conclusion tonight so you can watch this 30-minute documentary on whether angels are aliens or aliens are angels and demons. It's really good, and I'll play some excerpts from this throughout the show. You know, it's on X, and if you can find Tupacabra, you'll find the link to that. Real talented, really good researcher, and that was an exciting little documentary there, which we'll touch on a little bit. Who's here tonight? Because we're doing that. We're going to talk about that, and also how is AI searching for extraterrestrials? Are we getting any help from AI? Aye, aye, Captain. No, AI. Who's here tonight? Hey, Jeanette. It just spun up and landed on the Angel of GUFON. How are you? Welcome to the show. Sean, nice to see you. How you doing? The ghost of Shane Reed. Welcome back. How you doing? Sean. Oh, we already did that. Well, how you doing again? Bernie Miro, what's up? The Bernie Miro. How you doing, Chief? How you doing, Henry Sterling? Welcome to the show. Good to see yous. Samo, huh? How you doing? All right? Everything? Okay, good. Thor, Panku. How you doing, man? Welcome to the show. Brian Yates, everybody. The Yates. Welcome. Open the gates of Yates. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You knew us if you were Kelly Lewis. Welcome to the show, everybody. How you doing? Go around on the Electro Jenna Wheel show. If I'm saying that wrong, that's my fault. If I'm saying it right, good guess. Jenna Wheel. Latro, LG in the house. Hey, there we go, LG. Welcome to the show. I like your last name, though. Jenna Wheel. I think it's a Jenna Wiley. Jenna Wheel. I'm going to say it the way I want. I like Jenna Wheel. Yep. Or LG. I better shut off. We got a show to do, so I got to stay on. Sorry. Gyro, what do you say? How do you be? Welcome to the show. FAP. How you doing? Welcome back. Good to see you again. Missed you for a few days without you, right? Wasn't it, Samo? Marcel? Where's Marcel? Not here yet. Felicity. How you doing, huh? Good to see everybody. If I didn't say your name, doesn't mean I don't love you. It means we got a lot of show to do. And we do. There he is. Hey, I didn't see you sneak in. I didn't see you. They don't know that you and Samo are right here, but off camera. Yeah, they're off camera. David Wilcox, not Wilcock. Welcome to the show. And Glenn Collins. How you guys doing? McNay-Nan, Mickey-Man, Mickey-Nan, Mickey-Nan. However you say it. Welcome to the show, everybody. And section 4-7. Welcome to the show. So, I was talking about, angels and demons. And we've been talking about it a little bit this year. A lot about it. But it's been creeping up on us gradually. And consciousness and speaking to these beings is becoming the new norm in ufology. And if you don't believe in it, you're going to be outcast. Nobody will like you. They will think you're the crazy one for believing the ones that can speak to the aliens and angels and demons. For those of us who can't do it, it's hard for us to believe you can do it without any evidence. Give us something we can use, like an equation that hasn't been thought up of, or give me something that we not known. Give us information that we don't have. That's it. Just give me, you, us, give the world something we don't have. Information on something you know that we don't know. You must know a lot. You're out there. We're stuck here on the blue ball. Not that we're arguing or complaining, right, guys? But we would like a little bit of information as proof that you can speak to angels, demons, and aliens. That's it. Why is that so hard? Oh, wait, I'm talking to someone. Oh, they said your shirt looks nice. Oh, what evidence is that? Oh, they also know that you don't believe. Oh, genius. Oh, but they're going to pay you a visit. Nope. Nope, never happened. It's not going to happen. I want to tell you some things, but I can't. But I'm very excited about the upcoming future, that there's a story being made as we speak behind the scenes. And I want to talk about it, and I can't. But it's opening my eyes to possibilities. And I like possibilities because possibilities means new adventures. And if we got something new to go up against and talk about, that'd be exciting, instead of Jeremy Corbell and Luis Elizondo every freaking night. So yeah, this movie, this documentary opens up some eyes here, and take a listen. Here we go.
Whether you're following UFO news daily, weekly, monthly, or not at all, you're still seeing it a lot. It's coming up more than ever before and from places you'd never expect. And as the noise increases, so have the theories about what UFOs actually are. And people are falling within one of two main camps right now: aliens or angels.
And why is that happening? Why would that be happening, you ask? Well, I'll tell you why. Without the internet, none of this would be possible today. The information overload has reached its tipping point, its apex of all possibilities. And the one thing everybody, every charlatan, every grifter, every person has come to: anything can be faked, and if it cannot be proven, they will use it to the best of their abilities. And that's what they're doing. You can't prove any of this stuff to anybody. But how dare you go up against religion? And how dare you question God? And how dare you make God an alien or a demon? It's really fun. It brings up a lot of conversation. You got people who believe in this camp, people who don't in the other camp. And now everybody's an expert on consciousness and spirituality and aliens. This is as good as it's ever going to get in ufology. The only thing better would be disclosure, but yet we don't have any evidence. Now, if people are going to claim that they are speaking with aliens, where's the information proving it? Give us something. that we don't know. Tell me a star system we can't see or it hasn't been discovered yet. Tell me something if you can time travel and bend light and space and all that other stuff. Tell me something that's going to happen that can benefit me, you, society, or the world, or nobody. Just information, or like there's going to be a thunderstorm in New York on March 18th. You know, give me something that I can prove you exist and that I could talk to you. Can't do it. It just can't be done. And the only way it can be done is through lying. And anybody who wants to make money. Very mean, very wrong, very bad people will lie to us on a daily basis to make money. I think it's the lowest form on the earth. I think it's disgusting. And I don't like it. And that's why I always preach the truth in this field, in this topic. There's no reason to lie. If you're telling the truth, your truth is better than anything anybody could ever come up with. Your story is already great. You don't need to make it any better. You don't need to embellish it. You don't need to add alien speak. You don't need to put in anything else other than what happened to you. Do you know that story I tell? I'll be in your head before you wake up. That phrase or those words, that's it. That's the story. It sells itself because when you get complex, you know, like Betty and Barney Hill, right? I mean, they came up with all sorts of cool stuff, right? But all of it was debunked. Vega, whatever she found, the star system, that was already out there. Nothing new. She just knew something a lot of people didn't because there was no internet. Nobody can research that shit. Nobody knew what to research back then. They were ahead of their time. They are like the Greer of their day, you know. If anything can be lied about and not proven, Greer will find a way. You know? How many presidents has that guy briefed, and yet I haven't seen him shake one hand of a president? I haven't seen his signature with Bill Clinton, but Bush or anybody. Yeah, sorry. It's a bullshit story and everybody knows it. But we're playing along because hopefully you throw enough shit up against the wall, something's bound to stick. And they found out consciousness, can't disprove it, can't prove it. It exists. But are we talking to aliens or demons? And what was the other one? Gods. Gods? I got an itch. You know when you get these itches in places you just can't get to? Oh, I got it. Oh, ow. Ooh, it hit the muscle too hard. Ay, caramba.
So is there evidence of angels and aliens being one of the same?
Are these things physical beings with a body and a species and possibly a home planet? Or, as some of the leading minds in the UFO inner circles are proposing, these things are actually angels and demons, spiritual beings without bodies. So how could a seemingly obvious sci-fi plot have to compete with a religious concept like this? I mean, with few exceptions, in PR moments, the theologians have always avoided the ET topic. Or at least that's what most of us thought.
Angels and devils. And that's like when you're hearing about like all those stories in the Bible about fallen angels and devils, like these people think that they were referring to aliens.
And why not? It makes sense. They didn't know any better back then. They didn't know about technology like this that could exist. You know, that's what they were into, man. So it started because of a belief that was already in society. So now the belief with 8 billion people, it's too many. You can't have it all be right and all be wrong, right? Somebody's right and somebody's wrong. But what do you think? What does your heart tell you makes the most sense? Do you know if there's angels or demons at all? Because I don't. I only know what the universe is. I don't know what it's about. I know it exists, but I have no idea what's inside it. I only know what the scientists tell us. I only know what's been approved to be talked to out in the public. What's being held secret? What's being held from the public? And why would they hold it back? What's the big idea? So what? Buddhists, and all other, I don't know, I lost my train of thought for a second, but all different religions are all believing what they want, what they were told from their ancestors. Who's right? Who's wrong? There could only be one God. Or can there? Or maybe the God is whatever you want it to be. Whatever makes you happy, whatever controls the masses. Is that what God is? Because then I'd just say, hey, the government's God. The government's controlling it. Us. There you go. Easy peasy. What do you believe in? All right. We talked about this, I think, the other day, yesterday. It could have been, could be tomorrow. I'll talk about it. But does it matter? Does it really matter what you believe in? No, it doesn't. But it might. All right. Say you believe in a certain thing and then you see a UFO. You may describe it to have, certain things that you might word differently than somebody else who was brought up on the other side of the world with different beliefs, and they may describe it a little differently than you. You understand what I mean? I don't know what that means, but that's not good. A double. Oh, whoa. Okay, that was weird. Oh, here we go. All the links are in the show description if you want to help support the show. PayPal and Cash App too. Should be. So, I think it matters where you live, where you grew up, what your beliefs are, that are going to make you see things and believe things a little differently than your neighbor across the way. And we've seen that in reports over and over throughout history. So, who's telling the truth? Who has the better description? Who are we seeing the same things they're seeing in Mexico that we're seeing in Alaska? Are they aliens that love the heat, or are they aliens that love the cold? Do they like the underground or they like the underwater? Do they like it in the mountains or they like it? I don't know. I think they like it everywhere because they're seen everywhere. But one thing they're always seen is at the water, in the water, underwater. And there's a cool video that popped up a couple of years ago, and it resurfaced. Let me pull this up. I like this one. Where did I? Here it is. Oh, wow. That was UFO chasing boat. Yeah, this wasn't from Sweden. And an underwater object, which looks like a sphere, and you'll see it close up. And it looks like it's bobbing up and down in the water, hitting the waves. It's really good. I don't know what it is. It looks like a ball. It's pretty cool. Going pretty quick. Excuse me. Go.
Det ser inte ut som en synvilla, men det är svårt att avgöra.
Allt utspelade sig en tidig förmiddag den 4 september i år, cirka 2 sjömil väster om Måseskär utanför Kärringön på västkusten. Paret ringde sjöräddningen som också kom till platsen och gjorde en koll, men aldrig hittade
They'll show you in
något.
slow motion stuff. It's pretty cool.
Tror du fortfarande att det var en tumlare?
Look at it out there.
Nej, det tror jag inte att det gör. Bara för att den är alldeles för rak kurs för det. En tumlare som hade försökt bli av med en boj som den hade fastnat i, den försöker ju simma lite kors och tvärs, gissar jag. Så att,
I have no reason to do so. The analysis will show we estimate that we received this report and we'll take it very seriously. Look at it. It's just a ball. There it is. That's the wake behind it, the waves, from, unless there's something underneath, but pretty wild. Now I'll let it play again so you can see it moving. It's pretty interesting, really.
Det ser inte ut som en synvilla, men det är svårt att avgöra.
Allt utspelade sig
I was thinking maybe the boat was pulling it and they're lying or something. That's one thing we don't know about, but they just crossed in front of it. Was another boat pulling this? You don't see any other boats. And they go right over if there was something pulling it, you would see it being pulled downward. I almost thought I saw something under the water there. It's like really interesting.
En synvilla eller en ubåt då. Hoppas att det inte var en ubåt.
It's a cool video.
För Sveriges skull. Mm.
Hi, Ms. DJ. SL Stingray 427, man. McGurk 72. How is everybody? Pretty cool stuff, huh? Wild. It's wild what's out there, kids. And and a lot of it is underwater. It is. It's easy for them to hide under there. We don't do well underwater. Things get muffled. Sound gets distorted. We could see under, but not that far. If we had the proper equipment, you're not seeing but 100 feet in most areas. Maybe super clear areas, a couple 100 feet, but that might be it. If that, that's a lot. Underwater, the ocean. Oh, wow, I still have the Randy Johnson video up. When he destroyed that bird. Hold on. Okay. 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 I almost shut the show down by accident. All right, here we go. There are so many things happening, right? Like ufology just went from boring to kind of exciting. And what we're talking about tonight is what is going on in this field. And not only that, but David Grush, however you want to say his last, I'll use Grush forever. I'm not going to Grush it. But Stephen Greenstreet, from the New York Post. He's the UFO debunker guy here on X. He says this appears to be UFO whistleblower David Grush attending a meeting of mystics, gurus, and shamans that use psychic powers to communicate with non-local intelligence. Jake Barber, who claims to use psychic powers to summon aliens, appears to be sitting next to him. Well, ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch? Well, let me show you. I'm trying to bring it up. I'm trying to buy time here. Go. Ain't that a bee? Now, why would they be at this bullshit? At this shaman meeting. Interesting. Very interesting. I think it's neato. You know why? Because they're trying to learn. Yeah. See, there they are. Look at it. Look at them. Yeah. Rose cuckold. Discount Elon Musk, whoever that guy is. Yeah. David Grush, he's a big guy. What is he, 6'11"? Jake Barber's what, 7'6"? You know, they're both tall guys. All right, good stuff. Stephen Greenstreet, finding the cure. Finding the truth. Oh. Hey, it didn't bring it up for me. Hold on. I got more. Got a lot of more. I want to show you more about this. Hold on. I want to read. Here we go. So yeah, Barber and Cuckold were at the Esalen summoning. A Skywatcher Psionic confirms the event. He says the NHI told me you can best understand us as coming from what you would call the afterlife. The eggs are unpiloted, a type of manifestation. Gary Nolan was involved in this NHI questioning. You've got to be salt and peppering me. You have got to be setting me up for a meal. Recently, Cuckold mentioned that Skywatcher has millions of investments from Silicon Valley people. He went to a conference at Esalen October 14th through the 18th in 24, where these individuals were gathered. One of these people, by the way, is Alex Crocus. This name may sound familiar. Alex Crocus. Crocus is the moderator at the SALT conference. SALT is a community of the world's foremost investors, creators, and thinkers. Their mission is to drive prosperity and innovation by connecting investment capital with intellectual capital. Crocus is the guy that asked both Gary Nolan and Carl Nell if they believed NHI has visited Earth. Both replied they are 100% sure or have zero doubt. So, and then Crocus asks the same question to Jake Barber. The witnesses of the Psionic summoning at Esalen Institute. Summoning at the Esalen, the Psionic enters the craft. This is great. This is unbelievable. Cuckold. He says, this is Ross Cuckold saying, I know we're going to see a blue orb tonight at Esalen. And so he was doing a summoning using psionic abilities on this beautiful grass lawn in front of the main Esalen building. And a whole lot of us, 20 or 30 people, lie down on the ground on yoga mats. Cuckold then says, and we're focusing our mind and trying to draw the phenomenon. And I'm filming at the same time. See, this asshat, this dick lick, isn't even doing the procedure correctly. You don't distract your mind to record it, you stupid. You don't give your brain half of its energy to something else. You give it 100% to the blue bitch that you're trying to contact. Then he says, and I'm filming at the same time. And so as I'm watching, the psionic actually says, I'm engaged. I asked him later, what does that mean? And he meant that he was inside one of these craft, non-human craft. He's flying it with his mind. Cuckold says, and I'll freely admit, kind of ashamed of myself. I just went, oh, no rubbish, you know. The skeptic in me was going, oh, rubbish, you know, bollocks. And then just as I watched, literally on the horizon, over the Pacific Ocean, all of a sudden, two lights wink on. And they're kind of glowing, orby-shaped lights. And then Cuckold continues. And they're kind of moving, slightly pulsing, kind of like my rod. And then there's, well, a very high net worth individual. He stands up and he's going, we love you, we love you. Come closer, come closer. And these objects react. I mean, as I'm watching, then they're coming closer and closer. It's almost like they're puppies, inquisitive, and they come pretty much to the trees adjacent to the Esalen compound. And to finish off in my American accent, and you know, Cuckold finishes off here, and you know, it's really dramatic. My heart rate's going crazy because I'm thinking, I cannot believe I'm seeing this. And all the way through, the psionic is lying on the ground and he's engaged. He's clearly in some kind of deep meditation trance. And then he finishes with this. It was just a raw, natural experience, something I've never felt before. And we're all blown away. The audience was amazed, and I've got that on my camera. I'll use that at some stage. What a cuckold. What a cuck. A psionic from Skywatcher confirms it. I don't care. We have had confirmations from Greer, and they were bullshit lies. This is nothing. We don't see anything. I mean, I know not here. But, oh my God, this is really, I mean, you really got to be selling your soul to go all in on this without any evidence. Anyway, there's a whole thread here of bullshit. Yeah, the eggs. You know, the one that Jake Barber lied to us and showed us, but they're not piloted and they have no biologics inside. Why don't they just say no one's flying them? Well, you don't got to say biologics. There's nothing biological inside of it. Take your biologics word and stick it up your ass because it's a stupid word, just like gravitic and tornadic. It's tornado activity, not tornadic. Idiots trying to change the way we speak again. See, that's that whole mentality I'm telling you on that side of ufology that wants us to believe whatever they say is happening. And I don't believe anything these guys are saying or doing, especially Jake Barber, Rose Cuckold, and anybody else that was over there, Grush, and Discount Elon. These guys are just one thing after. Look, I appreciate them going over there learning about the bullshit because that's what they're doing. They're learning the bullshit. You don't think I've been. You don't think I've tried all this shit? Of course I have. For 4 years straight. And what did I get? Crazy ass shit happened. But nothing on camera. I can never catch anything. Nothing of substance. Yes, I did have that. I'll be in your head before you wake up shit happened. That was pretty cool. Pretty cool. And I can't explain it. The only thing I can explain is that it happened. And whether I was dreaming or not. I don't know. I think I was awake because I remember waking up both times. So something's happening. Something's happening. We know that it's happening. But I have a problem with the consciousness part, where people now are magically able to talk to aliens one-on-one, when that's all I did for 4 years straight. And not a peep, not a mumble, not a whisper, not a moan, not a grunt, not a sniffle, not a sneeze, not a clearing of the throat. I heard nothing. Not for lack of trying. But then again, I was told I have mud blood. I'm not a direct descendant of a certain type of blood where my DNA allows my conscious ability or subconscious ability to hear the messages. That's right. You didn't know that, did you? You got to have some sort of special blood, special DNA to have contact. You just can't be you. Are you kidding me? You didn't know that? Oh, they don't tell you that in the books. They want everybody to buy their shit. But they don't tell you only certain people with certain bloodlines, certain DNA, certain family history, certain royalty are allowed to have this ability. How does that grab you? You know why I never said it before? Because I forgot. I forgot about that. I just remembered now for some reason. That's why. I was told you're Italian and you have mud blood. You can't. Mud blood. They didn't use those words, but you know, Harry Potter was popular 20 years ago. And I got into this field. I can't believe it's 21 years in April. 21! On April 15th of all days. Tax day. Isn't that ironic? You know, just to show you the passion that I have for this field, I'm sitting on the couch, the bed, whatever the hell I have, all day, trying to research shit, feeling like crap. And then I come in here and it's as if I don't have any pain, even though I'm sweating, you know, even though I don't feel that good. But when I'm talking and I'm preaching and standing on my soapbox, I feel pretty damn good for a few minutes. So, you know, if I could go 4 hours, I would, but I can't. I run out of energy right around an hour and 30. So I give it the extra, and then we used to do 3-hour shows. That was too long. 3 hours, my God. All right, we'll come back. We do have a lot of stuff, but I gotta play this clip tonight or talk about it. If I told you somebody in this community believes and came forward to say Jaime Maussan's aliens are real, who do you think would have said that? Corbell? Possibly. Wasn't him. Grush? Elizondo? Not them. If I told you it was Greer, would you believe me? Well, you'd be right. It was Greer. He thinks they're genuine. And a private collector of tridactyl corpses in Utah. He was on this show talking about it. I think, is this it?
In Peru. The mummies that were shown to Mexican Congress by Jamie.
Jaime Maussan. Those were actually from...
Can you believe the guy just said Jamie? He's been in this field for how long? And you say Jamie? And I'm the one who's the asshole.
Peru and from a cave.
Right.
And we know, I know the researchers, the scientists who looked into that. I've never been down there, but it was handled like you would handle. There's a lot of buffoonery that goes on with the UFO subculture. It was handled in a poor way, but I actually think the actual mummies are legitimate, very old, thousands of years old.
Only 1,000.
Non-human species. Now, how they got there, where they're originally from, but these are not hoaxes. I've seen the cross sections. I've seen the CAT scans. But unfortunately, I was going to go down there with the team this past spring last year and try to do a scientific expedition, but there was too much interference from other people, and I pulled out of that. But there needs to be a whole series. You have to do ancient DNA, right? Which I mean is different from DNA you'd pull on a live person, and it's a whole different technique. You need to have really good forensic dissections, partial dissections.
It needs to be done by Americans in America under American supervision, which hasn't been done yet. The universities are turning down to look at these tridactyl mummy doomies, whatever they are. Why? They're afraid they're real. And if they are, which it looks like they're real, I mean, I have to give in. Even though they look fake, they look, the scans, you can't deny that stuff. You can't. Everything they showed us shows a legitimate, skeletal, non-trickery being. Can't speak. But kind of weird. It's weird.
And you need to have every one of them CAT scanned, and then the metal objects on them have to go through a very sophisticated and expensive analysis to see if the atomic, let's just say whether it was of Earth origin metal or from out there.
Right.
And you can do that. But this is a very complex and expensive and time-consuming endeavor that would run into the hundreds of thousands to a couple million bucks to do,
the
right?
money.
Properly. Now, there's never that kind of, the only funding like that in the UFO subculture is to fund things that are disinformation operations. Fact. So that has not happened yet. Maybe it will at some point. But my assessment of it, I actually visited a man in Utah who.
All right, yeah. We know. You visited a man who's got no name, who's got great claims. He probably has an airplane that can fly on air. Got it. Oh, we already got one of those. Oh. I don't think we need to keep hearing Greer go on now. No. Not in the mood. We got too much to talk about. Too much going on in this conspiratorial world. Anna Luna Bolina speaks again. The ongoing refusal by our own government to clarify and investigate only fuels suspicion that there's something they're not telling us. The declassification task force is focused on unveiling the truth. They keep spilling that out. We're going to get to the truth of everything, she says. And then she said she's going to provide an update real soon. Probably today or tomorrow. Wait, today's over? Shit, I'm always a day behind. I got to be back on schedule starting tomorrow. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try to get back on schedule. Here we go.
Obviously been involved in trying to figure out about unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs. This is part of your task force as well. Do you believe the government is hiding information about extraterrestrial life?
I find it very, very odd that instead of just coming out and saying we don't have anything, that we're constantly being stonewalled and stovepiped with certain information. In my opinion, the fact that they're hiding it probably means that there's something there.
Wait a minute. I never heard that before. Stonewalled and stone-piped? What are they talking about behind closed doors over there? What the hell?
You obviously been involved in trying to figure out about unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs. This is part of your task force as well. Do you believe the government is hiding information about extraterrestrial life?
I find it very, very odd that instead of just coming out and saying we don't have anything, that we're constantly being stonewalled and stovepiped with certain information.
Stovepipe.
In my opinion, the fact that they're hiding it probably means that there's something there.
Stovepipe stuffing is better than potatoes. And it's stovetop. I never heard of us being stovepiped. What's going on in their household? I know, that was stupid. I'm immature. That's who I am. That's the field we're in. It is filled with so much, like, I love it when people get mad at me for joking around and stuff, yet they don't get mad at the people that are lying. Amazing. Oh, I gotta show you this. Oh, yeah. I think this is real, what I'm about to show you. It's a weird sighting out of Harrisburg, PA. It's Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh? On February 18th, yesterday, it appears to be two orbs being followed by a helicopter. Now, the witness confirms, because you could always go by the witness, that it's not a reflection, it's not a smudge, it's not a glare on the windshield. They are two bright, very large orbs that seem to move independently away from this. Look, I'm telling you, I think this might be a reflection in the glass. Let's take a look at it from the stand still frame. What are you seeing already? Let me get me out of there. Put me on the bottom left. Thank you. What do we see here? Reflections already, right? Now, the action's down here. Sorry, hold on. The action's down here. There's the helicopter. Rich, what? Just play it.
The following footage comes from an unidentified man out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. This was captured on the day of February 18th, 2025, and saw what appeared to be two glowing orbs being followed by a helicopter. Now, he says it's not a reflection, it's nothing on the windshield. This is literally what he caught. And as they left the neighborhood, the helicopter just slowly followed these two orbs. These do not look like drones. These look like something else, and they're really low. Take a look at this.
I'm going to be this girl. Here we are. We're going to look at these two orbs. It's like, why does she have to just talk like this?
Tell me what you think.
Tell me what you think. You see, I see the orbs moving a little off, like there's just enough shake. I think this is a reflection. I'm not sure. Let it play a few times. You be the judges. Stovetop stuff. It's better than potatoes. Remember that commercial? Stovetop cooking. Here, listen to Breathy speak down here. They should leave her half invisible like this. Here we go. Is that
The following footage comes from an unidentified man out of Harrisburg.
It sounds like she's breathing backwards when she speaks. I don't want.
Pennsylvania. This was captured on the day of February 18th, 2025, and saw what appeared to be two
I can't help it. What's wrong with me? What's this? Oh, okay. Let's continue. Yeah, this is good now. Chupacabra, take 10.
One of the most mainstream figures who's joined the debate is Tucker Carlson. Tucker isn't someone you'd call a true believer of the official UFO narrative. In fact, he's poked holes in it several times. But the interesting thing about Carlson to me is that he's a very well-informed person who talks to a lot of different people and has come to some very interesting conclusions based on those conversations and his own worldview.
You had mentioned several times that you think that the UFO, UAP type phenomena stuff is all spiritual.
I think correct? So. I don't. I mean, look, I should just state about every topic. Like, I don't know shit.
Nobody knows shit.
I'm satisfied that I know enough, and I don't really want to know that much more. Because what I think I know is, this doesn't help me at all to know that. So that's a conclusion I've reached. I'm usually pretty curious. I've stopped being curious about this because I don't want to know anymore. But
you truly don't want to know anymore about it.
I think I know. I think I know what's up.
Can you articulate it?
Well, I think it's a really old story. I think it's a really old story. So
say it.
What is it?
One thing that you notice about every world religion I'm familiar with, I'm interested in that topic. There are commonalities between religions. Jesus is unique, and I believe in Jesus. So, but there are commonalities that are very striking between all world religions I'm aware of and all creation myths. And one of them, and this is of course true for Christianity, very true, is that the belief that supernatural beings take physical form. They all believe that. The Greek myths, Jesus, most famously, but that they take physical form, that they're not just like some ethereal, they're not just shadows floating around, specters, fog, that they're physical. Like, they're as real as the arm of your chair. And that they reproduce with people. Again, Christianity believes that. Jesus.
Wow. Amazing. Thank you, Ed Chaffet, for the $2 Diddy distraction drones. The 3Ds your parents warned you about. Diddy, drones, and a distraction. Thank you for the $2 support, continuing support from Ed Chaffet. I think we saw a Nathan from the Quantum Show with $1.11. That's 111. Thank you for your continuing support, Nathan, who's a good friend of the show from the Quantum Show. Grazie. Grazie. A continuing supporter. Appreciate it. And you can also help support Truthology for Ufology. You can become a member. All the links are in the show description. Bop-ba-dop-ba-dop. That's how I survive. We don't monetize the videos. And if we did, it'd be a different story. Everybody would complain. Why do you have commercials now? Why? Why are you doing this? Why? Sadly, I can't monetize our show. I can't monetize the videos because I play clips and I get copyright claims. So you can't be monetized on the video once you get a claim. So that's the reason I like playing the clips. So we rely on the donations to help support the show instead of the ads. Capiche? All right. That's it. Thank you very much. People ask. I get emails. I get people complaining in the comment section. Oh, he's just asking for money. Look, he asked for money 3 times tonight. I never ask 3 times. And if I did, it must have been a joke. I always do it twice, at the beginning and at the top of the second hour. That's it. All right. It's 7 days a week, man. You guys understand. All right. So chemtrails have been a big part of a lot of strange things happening in the sky. However, unconfirmed, speculative, rumored reports that DOGE have uncovered a mysterious government agency called bots blocking out the sun. The bots program has allegedly received over $37 billion in federal government funding to fund their covert operations. Chemtrails, sky trails, black trails, trails of death, whatever you want to call them. That's a lot of bread, bro. That's a lot of money, honey, to poison our skies. You know, we had a very foggy week last week, and the fog, people were reporting a horrible smell, as was I. I even talked about this smell a few years ago. Come to find out, they're spraying off the Gulf of America, and the way the winds flow, the trade winds, when that stuff falls out of the sky, where else is it going to go? And it gets trapped in the fog, and it's in the air, and we smelled this. It smelled like bleach and static you know that static electricity has a smell? That smell, and almost like a muriatic acid. If you know pool acid, have you ever been around pool acid? If you've ever whiffed that stuff, it's kind of like that too. It was bad. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. But it's real, and chemtrails are real, and $36 billion went to this.
December 10th, 2024 here in Chemtrail Hell.
Look at that. Oh yeah, it's
and
just
we got
a
a lot of spray
pattern.
action going on here today.
Just natural.
Because this is the first day this month that
just
we can
natural.
see any type of a blue sky. And the military and hundreds of private contractors are hard at it today.
I would record these planes
destroying,
with my,
which should be an absolutely beautiful day.
With my
after a
very
month
high
of
super
nothing
zoom,
but gray filth,
and they had no
over and over
on
again,
it.
day after day.
No writing.
But this is what we get on the first day of any type of a normal sky. We are under attack on so many levels.
So Ms. DJ, styrofoam fog, and okay, flashing lights. So strange you said that. Because I was outside doing laundry, and then I would leave the door open, and I could have sworn there, like somebody took a picture of me while they were driving by, is what I thought. I thought, oh, that was weird. But then the flash happened again, and it wasn't as bright. I'm like, is this person taking pictures of the neighborhood? So I go out and I don't see anybody. And there was a very mild flash again. But it was all over. It's all over. It's not coming from one direction. It's very cool. It's like it's way up there and you're just... Oh, by the way, it was clear when that happened. There was no fog, nothing. It was clear. It's so weird. So many weird things. It is. It scares me. It scares me a lot. But not really. It doesn't really. I love it. I love it. When I was younger, I don't know if I told you guys this story. I was taking my girlfriend home, and it was on this road that is now the 101 freeway with 8 lanes. It was one lane each way. It's called Pima Road. And she lived 15 minutes from me. And she had to be home at 10. And I was rushing home. And out of nowhere, we both saw what looked like lightning. And the transformer was hit that was on the side of the road. I'm doing about 50, right? And it was almost 10 at night. And I was going to be late getting her home. And she was going to be in trouble. The next thing we know, we're sideways in the ditch. And people are coming to our aid. Yeah. Nothing happened. My truck was fine. We were fine. But it was 10:15. It wasn't 2 minutes to 10 anymore. And we were talking, and we're like, why is it? She goes, I'm going to be in so much trouble. She goes, do you know how late it is? I go, yeah, I saw that. I'm so sorry. We must have been sitting there for about 5 minutes. She goes, no. She goes, it's 20 after. I go, it is? I didn't wear a watch back then. I just assumed it was only a few minutes. Yeah. No people. I mean, no cops came. Nobody called the cops. My truck was just sideways, a little slanted on this little thing. The power was out. And on that same road, several times during, because that was a road I would take to go to school, to go to work. So I was on that road all the time. I saw, and I have it on video, believe it or not. I guess the only way to say it is a paisley looking craft. Pastel colored. Easter egg colored is what I called it. So there was it looked like a cylindrical object. I'm just going to use this, even though it's a disc. It was doing this. It would go like this, turn around 180, go like this. Turn, go like this. Turn, go back from where it came from. Turn, go forward. Then it goes from the south to the north, and it moved so fast. Like, it didn't just go pew like that. It was like a progression. It was a zzz, and it was very quick, and I got it on camera. And a lot of people are telling me who have seen that video, because it's not easy. It has to be stabilized someday. And they're saying, oh, well, you know, it was probably a remote controlled toy. I'm like, not that fast. Oh, it's they didn't use the word parallaxing back then, but oh, well, it was probably just the angle. You were moving this way, that way, and you know. No. It's a good video, but it happened at the same place. Driving down that road, Pima Road, is on the border, and they had decades battles with the Indian tribe that owned the land. They had a casino on it and everything, and the government wanted to put a freeway there. And after years of battling them, 30 years, they finally gave in and they built the 101. People have reported so many UFO sightings in that area. And I'll tell you the intersection, Indian Bend and 101. I'm going to bring it up. I want to look at it real quick, and I want to show you something. I do. I really do. I want to show you my goods. I want to take a look for myself while we're here. Flashing lights, yes, Miss DJ. We have seen them. They are strange. Let me bring this up. So let's do this. Indian Bend and 101 freeway. Whoops. Scottsdale, AZ. Go. You can see the Indian reservation where it ends and begins. No, not much there, huh? Yeah. So this is kind of where it happened. Oh, wait, Indian Bend? Yeah, Indian Bend, not Indian School. Because there's an Indian Bend and an Indian School. So this is kind of where, let me see, make sure this is it. Indian Bend Road. That's Scottsdale Road. No, we got to go to Pima. Right here. Oh, no, Hayden. Next one. There it is. You can tell right where the divide is from the Indian reservation, right? Yeah, there's Talking Stick, hotel and casino, the golf course. All this is what they wanted. But anyway, I would come down the road, and I believe that because of the location, And come to find out, not too far off the road, there's an Indian burial site somewhere in here. I don't know. It wasn't that far, but it's been 20 years, so I don't know. I can't remember, but wow, they bought up all that. Look at that's all that's left. Holy shit. I wonder if I'm thinking of the wrong place. But anyway, people think that it's kind of a haunted area. Cars go off the road. People say they've been hit by stuff without being hit. You know, there's no dent on their car, yet they wound up in a ditch. And here's an interesting part of the freeway, the artwork. I want to show it to you. I hope it's still up. I don't know if they have it here. But, yeah, let me... they put all this Indian art all over the freeway, but wow, where'd it go? I guess this is part of it. Freeways are so clean in Arizona, it's ridiculous. But you can see some of the writings and artwork, but that's not what I wanted to show you. Let's go to the 51. State Route 51 and Shea Boulevard. That'll get me close. Then I'll just meander back. I want to show you something. I hope the satellite... Sylvester Stallone's house is right here. Right here. Still owns it too, from what I understand. This house. Sylvester Stallone. Anyway, and then this is where the UFO is buried. Alleged. This Dreamy Draw Dam. I did a story on it. So they built this dam. Tell me, what water are they holding back? Dreamy Draw Recreation Area. What water are they holding back? There's no water. The city had $100,000 left over in their funds. And when they found out they couldn't get the UFO out of the ground in 70 years ago, 60 years ago, they just buried it under here. And the other piece, there's one piece stuck underground, and then there was another piece that landed 2 miles somewhere, either up here or here. But they got the other piece and left that one in the ground. Now, with that being said, there was a message that when they built the 51 freeway, see how it says 51 here? When they built the 51, there was a message that went alongside the freeway when you got on it. And the message was, I think it's after you get to Campbell. Let me see. If Campbell or Camelback Road. There's Bethany Home. It's after that. Missouri. It's after that. Camelback. Okay. So we'll go on Camelback Road. There was a message on the walls that they've since erased when the Phoenix Lights came here. The message on the walls, oh, look, it's all empty now. Look, see? They removed the artwork. Look at the discoloration. That's because there used to be artwork there. I promise. They removed it all. And the message was a map for the aliens to tell them where to go. And it said, welcome, star people. Something like follow this path or whatever to home. And there used to be all this artwork. Like, this is like a walking area, but they also had ancient Kokopelli stuff, and which is a trickster. You can see the discoloration. Oh, it's there. It's not from the weather. There was all this artwork, and it looks like even the satellite images. I'm going to have to go back 25 years. When did it happen? 97? After 97, probably about 2002 is when I think they've removed it. Let's see if it's down here, if there's anything here. But see, there's all this land here where they had all this artwork. Cocapellis, like I said, and Indian art. And it was all a message for the sky gods. Look at that. What a picture, huh? There you go. I want to do something. I want to go back for a minute. I think it's back where we were, to be honest. Let's go down here. I think it's here. I think I'm wrong. My memory's failing. Let's see. No, it's after Bethany Home. Okay, that's right. I'm pretty sure it's after. Let's go here. Yeah, nothing. God, but you see all this dirt and stuff. They used to have so much stuff there. Yeah, this is where it all was. Yeah. Terrible. Terrible, terrible. But they removed it. Why? You really want to know why? Because I think it was the story I did about it. Yeah. And there's a guy named, I won't tell you his last name, but he worked for Channel 3. And he told me about this story. And I went public with it. We did some deep dive on the message that was on the side. And come to find out, it was gone. Everything was removed. I went to the freeway to go take pictures of all the artwork. It was all removed. It's so weird. It's like, what are they hiding? You understand? You understand? Why? Gosh dang it. Why? Just not right. Well, it's obvious. They removed everything. Terrible. Terrible. That right there is called Squaw Peak. For those of you who don't know, there, the Wrigley Mansion is right around here on the mountain. The Wrigley Mansion, you can walk through. It is now a museum. You can pay like $15, I think. Oh, look at all of that. Look at Arizona. It is so crowded now. When I moved there was only 1 million people in the whole state. Now I think there's 6. 6 million people. It's top fast growing city in America, next to Vegas. What are we, upside down? Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. And we go to Florida and totally different. All right. Hey, Tacey, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. And let's continue this night. Conspiratorial report. Computers are demon magic, giving us knowledge in exchange for our souls. I told you, this is it. This is the narrative now. But I want to show you this. This blew my mind. I had no idea what this was. I never paid attention. I'm trying to pull it up. It's not coming. Come on. There we go. Put it in. It's in. Get it out. Open it up. Make it bigger. Bring it up here. Show it. Put it in your face. And accept it. Take it all in.
This is a piece of magnetic core memory. It's from an old mainframe computer from Soviet Russia. You can think of it like a stick of computer RAM. The only difference is that this chunk of memory only stores 4,096 bits of data. Magnetic core memory was one of the earliest forms of non-volatile computer memory.
Look at this.
In the early days, it could cost as much as $1 per bit, and it had to be manually woven by hand. Each bit of data is stored inside these round donut-shaped pieces of iron. This shape is called a toroid. The 4 wires that go through each toroid are the X and Y.
Each of these black circles, they all have 4 pieces of wire going through each one of these.
Select lines, the sense line, and the inhibit line. Data can be stored and represented in an individual toroid by changing the direction of its magnetization. By passing electrical current through very specific wires, individual toroids will have their magnetization changed. Reading back the data from one of the toroids is done by sensing the direction of its magnetization. This is a piece of...
Isn't that crazy? That is cool. Nathan sent $5.55 on PayPal. Thank you, Nathan. He says better than a super chat on my app because it goes right in and YouTube doesn't take 33%. Thanks again, man. Appreciate that. Yeah. Hey, I'm going to break a record tonight. Hey, if you want to help support Truthology for Ufology, we're dying over here. All right. Well, we are. I will be dead soon. Okay. All right. I don't want to scare you. We don't do that here. We don't play fear-mongering game. But free speech is beginning to dwindle. And we need free speech in America. But New York announces citizen surveillance and censorship. Yeah, and to use law enforcement to crack down on any expression it deems to be hate speech. They're doing it in Britain. They don't have a First Amendment over there anymore. You can get in trouble for anything you say on the internet. There's videos of raids. Like you, if you posted, I don't like so-and-so, I am going to, I want to take them out. They're coming to your house to arrest you. It's free speech. I understand it's hate speech, but it's still free speech. Now, I don't approve of anybody getting threatened because it's happened to me. I don't like it. I don't do it, and it shouldn't be done. But if you break the law, you should be arrested. If you don't break the law and you're just speaking your mind how much you hate somebody, that's okay. Because Lou Elizondo was a lying piece of shit. And that's who Lou is. He was brought up that way. He was trained that way. He'll always be that way. Lou Elizondo is a lying fool. He gets paid to do it. But I think, in my opinion, he's an asshole for who he is and who he's become in ufology. I don't know about him outside of ufology, but in ufology, there's no place for him. And that's my opinion for today. Unbelievable what's happening. This is disgusting. And in New York, yeah, that surprises me. New York and California are so different, but they're the same blue state. Excusez-moi. The governor said she would also be increasing police presence, which she has stated she's been focused on protecting potential targets, including synagogues and mosques and any other place that could be susceptible to hate crimes or violence. Good. And as part of the thing that they're doing over there, they say, we're very focused on the data we're collecting from surveillance efforts, what's being said on social media platforms. And we have launched an effort to be able to counter some of the negativity. and reach out to people when we see hate speech being spoken about online platforms. Our media analysis algorithm, which is bullshit, our social media analysis unit has ramped up its monitoring of sites to catch incitement to violence, direct threats to others, and all this is in response to our desire, our strong commitment to ensure that not only do New Yorkers be safe, but they also feel safe because personal security is about everything for them. No. If anyone thinks they can get away with spreading hate and harming other New Yorkers and violating the law, you will be caught. You will be caught here in the state of New York because we are ramping up our resources to ensure that everyone can live freely. That is the most hypocritical statement of the year. We have been involved in this. We'll protect protected speech. All speech is protected, you dunce cap. We will not protect people committing hate crimes. Not here in Manhattan. Not in any borough. Not in any one of the 62 counties. Not on a college campus. Not in a house of worship. Bravo. Bravo. Unbelievable. That's fine. Get the hating jerks out of here. But you can't say some speech is protected, you idiot. Oh my God, people are really stupid. Especially when they lose their temper. I do it. I don't think right. Fiddlesticks. You know, you say something you don't mean. She meant it. Oh, no. Oh, some speech. Oh, no. We're going to get some of that speech. Some of that speech. You'll be caught. You'll be caught. We're ramping up resources. Yeah, you're going down. And there was a guy named Robbie Starbuck, of all names. Beady. Hey, Buck. He hosts a podcast on X. And he says, Democrat New York Governor Kathy Hochul says that her team is collecting data from surveillance efforts on social media to combat hate speech so people feel safe. She might as well tear up our Constitution. It would be a faster way to get the point across that she's violating it. Told you. Last month, the governor Hochul and New York City Mayor Eric Adams demanded that social media platforms monitor speech and shut down incitements to violence, with Adams insisting these guys are experts. If they don't want to do their job of policing themselves, I really believe it's time for the federal government to step in. The federal government is not going to come in and violate your free speech. You do that and it violates everything this country is made up. You idiot. We're going to call the government in to violate the law. Free speech, you idiot. Remember this. New York, Hochul, no free speech. It's happening. It's happening in Arizona too. It's happening, of course, in California. It's happening across the globe, in Britain, all over Europe. People are getting arrested for free speech. Not hate speech, free speech. Yes, hate speech is also free speech. But hate speech is in a category of like, don't yell fire in a crowded theater type of thing. You know what I mean? How does that wrap up with ufology? Because they try to limit our free speech. They try to silence us. We've seen people taken out for speaking up, telling the truth, whistleblowing. A real whistleblower, not a fake one, which is why Grush is allowed to walk around, which is why Elizondo can walk around, which is why Jake Barber can walk around. If these guys were really spilling secrets, telling us stuff we didn't already know, and they weren't supposed to, they'd be gone. And before they were gone, they would have been given a warning, a very stern warning. And they'd be like, how'd you know I was going to go public? Well, we know everything. We watch all of you. And I'm pretty sure Jake Barber has an implant in him that he doesn't know about from the government. Oh, yeah, I'm sure he does. I don't know. I think when you join and they give you your inoculations, I think they're putting something in you. Just me. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's good in case you get lost. You know, you get lost and they can find you, just like the chip in your dog, cat. But ufology has come a long way for nothing. We're being watched. We're being stalked. They know everything you're doing. If you go out on the internet and claim you've captured a UFO, you don't think the government's going to look at your shit? You don't think they're going to hack into your phone? I think they have access no matter what. I think they don't need anybody's permission. I think they have ways to get into our phones without us knowing. And that's it. And if they can't, I'd be surprised at that. So anything that goes in my phone, I want people to see, nor do I care what they see. Naked photos, whatever. I don't care. I'm a guy. Of course I have naked photos. Not of me. Of you! No. I have a couple of photos, but nothing like that. Just breasts. No vagines. All right, that's it for tonight. I want to thank you all for hanging out because AI is doing everything it can to find extraterrestrials. Yeah, I know we didn't talk about it. Yeah, I see that. I know, I forgot. AI. That was the topic for tonight. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. Hold on. Here we go. I got it. Hold on. Here's, just so I know we covered it, so I don't get in trouble. You didn't even talk about it. Here we go.
Blast off into the future with AI and alien exploration? Here we go. So how is AI changing the game in our hunt for extraterrestrial life? First up, AI can analyze mountains of space data super fast. Imagine sifting through billions of stars to find a single clue.
Yeah.
AI does it in a snap. Next, AI-powered robots explore places humans can't.
Nope.
Think of them as our cosmic detectives,
Yeah.
sniffing out signs of life on far-off planets. They've got sensors and smarts that we can only dream of. And let's not forget, AI helps in decoding alien signals. If ET phones home, AI will be the first to pick up. It's like having a universal translator that never sleeps. In short, AI is our trusty sidekick in the quest for discovering the unknown. It's making space exploration faster, smarter, and way more exciting. Who knows? Maybe AI will be the key to finding our cosmic neighbors. Stay curious, tech geeks. The universe is waiting.
So in the video, the guy goes, AI is really, it analyzes all these stars really fast. And if aliens are calling, AI is going to pick up. I wonder what that would sound like. Bring, bring. Hello. Hi. Who's this? AI. Who's speaking, please? Hi, my name is Bop Bop. I'm calling from Vega. I was just seeing if I could come to your planet for a visit. Hold on. I support. This is Roger. How can I help you? Hey, Roger. My name's Bop Bop. I'm calling from Vega. I was just wondering, Bop Bop, how do you spell that? B-O-P-P. B-O-P-P. So 2 P's for each bop? Yes. Go ahead. Okay. So I was wondering if I could have access to your planet. I just wanted to do some research, check out the human population, see how much it's grown. You know, it's been a while since we've been there. Jeez. Yeah, I can't let you in. Why? We used to come. Yeah, things are different now. Try back in. When is the next extinction level event predicted to happen? Try back in 12,000 years. I gotta go. I'm getting another call from Uranus. An AI hangs up and the aliens get mad and they come over and they blast the Shiite Muslim out of us. I hope you guys have a good night. That was my brush with AI and contact with aliens. So we'll be back, tomorrow with Truthology for Ufology, and we're going to do it for you. And not only tomorrow, there's a show here, but on Rich Saves America, there will be a show tomorrow. That's right. Don't know what time yet, but I would have to say it'd probably be around 5 o'clock before GUFON. Yeah. But anyway, so we'll be back tomorrow at 7. Jeff Willis will be back next week. He wanted to know if he could just come on there. I said, yeah, anytime. You can do whatever you want. So next week, Jeff will be back. He was going to come on tonight, but the last minute we had to change. But yeah, I had fun. I thought it was a good one. Thanks for the support. Appreciate the help. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I don't think people understand this is the only way. All right, I love you guys. If you ain't looking up, you're just not looking out. Alien bless.